Hello. How's everyone doing? My name is Justin Armenio. She got that right. I am from the great state of New Hampshire. I only say that so I can just get maybe a little bit of credit for trying to dress up just a hair. You've probably seen our license plates. They have our state motto on them, the ones that say live free or die. Is anyone else's state a thinly veiled threat? Is it like Florida, the Sunshine State, or else? You're like seeing this shaggy New Hampshireite and you're like, this guy smokes a lot of weed. It's not true. It's not true. I used to smoke a lot of weed. I did. I smoke a little bit of weed now, like all the time. You can see, I mean, there's no hiding. I'm a hairless gentleman. I'm bald. I wasn't born this way. This is more of a time-released birth defect. But it came along with a superpower, and that is, it allows me to tell that I look ridiculous in real time. I don't need to look at a photograph to be like, what was I thinking? Who let me do this? I mean, I didn't set out to look like a hairless Cosmo Kramer. I didn't want to be a bald version of Heath Ledger's Joker. Do you know how I got this scalp? My father was a hairless man. And a fiend. But my wife, love her to death, she said she's put on a lot of weight recently, that she doesn't feel sexy anymore. I don't see her. If she doesn't feel sexy, like, why is she wearing all these tight clothes all of a sudden? So the housing market, I mean, I think we know that's gone crazy and everything's gotten so expensive that my daughters, my wife, and I, we've had to move in with my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law is kind of brain-addled and feeble, or else you might think that if you saw the way she sorted the recycling, or voted, but she's fine. She's really just fine. She's healthy as a horse, just a super pro-life horse. I mean, I personally think that restricting women's reproductive rights would be a miscarriage of justice. She thinks that, oh, thank you. Yeah, will work like. She thinks that, because contraception and abortion aren't mentioned in the Bible, that it must be immoral. But I'm saying, like, even back then in biblical times, there weren't like families were huge. So, I mean, what was the method then? Was it pull out and pray? Was that the pull out and pray method all the time? Or do you have to do both? Does one work? Does one work? I mean, I don't think I should have any say in women's private matters or in their private parts for that matter as well. I mean, I don't even offer advice on how my wife keeps her pubic hair. I mean, it's none of my business. I'm like, well, maybe keep it off the thighs. You know? I don't know. My view on the girl fur is kind of like my view on politics in general. I don't mind any particular view, just like don't let it get too far to the left or right. But I remember a girl trying to do dirty talk one time to me during sex, which I don't need. It throws me way off. And she just looked me right in the eyes and said, "This pussy is yours." And I'm like, "You're giving that to me? Have you seen my car? Have you seen the condition of my car?" But, I've never been good at a lot of things. I was never a strong swimmer. But for some reason, when we signed up for summer camp, my mom indicated that I was a strong swimmer. So they put me in the advanced swimming class. So I'm sitting there day one, and they're like, "Justin, all right, you're here. Why don't you show me a nice side stroke with a good strong emphasis on that scissor kick?" And I'm just like holding on to the side, like, "Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But if you want to take a break, there's a very good chance I'll be right here when you get back." So, I lost an old childhood friend recently. And you know what, I haven't spoken to him in 20, 30 years, but for some reason, it just hit me hard, and I was just missing him terribly, thinking about him all the time. And then one night, in a dream, I had some kind of spiritual experience, and he came to me, and he said some things that really made me feel better. He was like, "Justin, please, stop this deal. make America great again. Get the big guy back on Twitter. I mean, by the time he got to Let's Go Brandon, I was kind of happy he was gone, actually. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it.